for the 2017 British Open Singles Final. Before I tell you who's playing in this match, can I please ask you to take a seat? Nick Brown? And switch off your mobile phones and no flash photography. Thank you. Introducing the players at the receiving end, please welcome the number 7 seed. Please welcome from Queen's Club, Bryn Sayers. At the service end, we have the number 1 seed and current reigning world champion. Please welcome Camden Riviere. This final is the best of 5 6-game sets. Ladies and gentlemen, players are ready. First game, love all. Chase, second gallery. Love. Love. Chase better than 2. Second gallery better than 2. 30 love.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final of the British Open 2017. We have Jed Eden, myself, Nicky Howell, commentating for the first set.
Receiver leads 30
2
love.
points being played.
Chase
Camden's
the
30
second
love
gallery.
up with 2 chases of second gallery and I think around 3.
Game receiver,
That's a great
first game.
start for Camden. Hitting the ball very cleanly out the middle and takes the first game.
Thanks for doing those honours, Nicky. Good to be here.
It's good to have you.
Well, I came all the way from Putney, so I think you get a little bit more merit that way. We didn't get the opportunity of some lead time there, Nicky, but I was going to ask you what you feel the key points are here for Bryn, really, because
They're both great retrievers as Bryn wins that point there.
30-15.
He's going to have to serve very well and spend as much time as he can on the server side. He's not going to be able to hit through Cam. He's not a power player, but he knows his court very well. Ooh, that was close.
For a bit of that.
Almost flushed that serve, and Cam found a way to get out of it with that good hard boast.
He had a disgusting nick of his own. Yes. Now, Nikki, this is. I'm trying to think the last time that there wasn't an Australian in the final of this. Must be a few years between Vergona and Fay.
Yeah, they've probably had most finals. That is the one for the spectators watching. I can't think of the top of my head.
We put that out there, and there's bound to be a Schenk winner, a Simon Edmund watching, who can tell us when the last final was contested with an Australian.
Oh. Lost the chase and the game. Server leads 2 games to love.
He's 2-love, but playing Camden Riviere started like a freight train. He's not been quite as pristine precision here.
Well, there's always that added pressure as Bryn wins that point of being a final. It doesn't matter how many finals you've been in, it's a different atmosphere, and you're always nervous that you're one match away from winning another trophy. So, great finish there from Cam, and both players will be feeling each other out right now. But Cam will definitely be trying to assert his dominance in this first set.
I think there are 2 people who are more nervous than these 2 on court tonight. They are Taylor Matthews, I should say, and Chris Chapman.
Oh, what a great finish from Bryn there. Finds a den on after a 20-shot rally. Yes, I think probably Ben will be the most nervous if Bryn does pull off a victory. I think that will knock him out of the eliminators. I think Chris is probably safe.
I don't think it's 100%, but I think it's going to be awfully close if Bryn wins this match.
Yep, it'll be very interesting tomorrow. And rankings come out, and of course we go to a new ranking system next year, so there'll be a few changes, and a few surprises.
Should say a shout out there to Ben and his Leamington club, and Chris and his Royal Tennis Court club.
Server leads 30-15, chase a yard better than second gallery.
Well played from Bryn there.
40-15, chase 1 and 2.
Good chance to get a game now, 1 and 2.
Lost the chase, fell 2. Game
Good
server.
serve from Bryn there. He's on the board. 1-2, Jed.
1 game to 2.
That's just great retrieving from both players.
15 up.
But Cam comes out on top.
As he invariably does.
Oh, it's a great serve.
He's going to need a few more of those. Now, Nicky, the mail just in.
15 all.
It's unlucky.
30-15.
With correct answers from IRTPA Chief Executive and someone who lives on Victoria Avenue, Hailing Island.
Almost perfect serve, and Cam finds a dead on.
40-15.
It was James Mayle versus Mike Gooding in '99, the last one without an Aussie.
Wow.
So it's either a great shame or a show of who's good at this game.
Oh,
Chase
I think we're slightly biased. We like it when the Aussies dominate.
As they will do in this Ashes.
Yeah. See, Bryn finds himself 40 love down in this game. He was very close to winning a couple of those points there. He almost had got a couple flush serves. And Cam's found a way out of them and won the points.
Again, as he does. There's almost very little to say about Camden's game in that respect. He just turns dubious positions into winning positions seemingly in every point.
40-15, Chase worse than a yard.
2.
Chase, game
Apparently
server,
only
3 games to 1.
2 open finals without an Aussie since 1981. What year were you born in, Nicky?
It was before I was born, 86.
And to Chase, a yard worse than second gallery.
3-1 if you didn't hear the score there. Our esteemed world champion leads this first set.
15 up.
Missed a few of those returns of serve against Rob, did Bryn, but Rob seemingly wasn't able to make him pay for them as much as he would have liked.
No, not up. 30 up.
Yeah, well, a good retriever like Bryn. When you get your opportunities, you've got to take them.
30 up.
That would have definitely frustrated Rob in that match. What a great point. See that shot Bryn hits? Almost every other player cannot get to that. He holds it. It's a good, fast, hard drive below the dead on that ends up going around 6 and Cam's got there. I mean, I've played Bryn and it is very hard to get to those. It just shows you how quick Camden is.
No, he's during that last World Championship, his feet were a constant blur to my eyes. So saying anything about my eyesight. Oh.
Has it a yard worse than second gallery?
Don't recall one of them in his entire match against Chapman.
That's a great shot from Bryn. He needs this game to make sure set doesn't get away from him.
Face the door, 30 all.
As we were talking about Mr. Fay. He's still part of this British Open, isn't he?
He is. He's still made a final tomorrow, doubles.
Who's his partner there, Nikki?
Good, so Bryn gets a point there. He was doing some charity work and he managed to partner with me, but he was brilliant to play with. His determination and desire to win is unbelievable. After all these years, you know, he hates losing and loves making finals, so it was a joy being out there with him.
Is.
I was talking about yesterday, but it is a joy being out with him.
Receiver leads 40-30.
It's a good all-Aussie team, obviously, against an all-American team. So
at least there's some Aussies in the final.
Yeah, exactly.
In some form. That's game Bryn big.
And more notably, a whole bunch of mistimed balls there from the world champion.
He is human.
2 games to 3.
Bryn will have taken good note of that. Oh, that's rubbish. It's magnificent and rubbish at the same time.
He didn't mean that. He stuck a racket out, but when you're in hot form, it seemed to go in.
30 love.
Too early there.
40 love.
Puts it in the net.
Last gallery, 40 love.
I think that's the key there for Bryn, as you were saying, take those galleries. I think a lot of his successes have been built on that discipline about taking those galleries and getting himself to the server's end.
Absolutely, but he's a bit of spot of bother here. He's gone 40 love down very quickly. 3 quick points, 3 easy errors. Well, I say easier. The last one was an easy error off the serve, and Cam managed to get a couple, one lucky shot and a roll. So, see if he can get himself out of a hole here, Bryn. Last gallery.
Oh, it's great execution there. Missed by 4 or 5 inches there on the last gallery by Camden.
15-40. Chase 1 and 2, 15-40.
It's a fantastic boast.
I was commentating on Saturday during the semi-finals that, in fact, those square serves, the giraffes and chandelles and stuff, in terms of when the opponent gets it back, when the returner serve actually comes back, it's still not the easiest shot because it's usually boast and it's got a lot of spin off those walls.
Server leads 15-40.
I dare say a lot of people aren't practicing that returner serve.
Oh.
No, generally you don't end up practice that, but just deal with it when it comes.
Lost the chase. Game server, 4 games to 2.
As you can see, the crowd very much
definitely
cheering
quiet
on
there.
the home pro. Yeah. It's a brilliant finish from Cam. Bryn hits a nice deep cut volley and he turns defense into offense with the grill there.
There's the bottom left-hand corner as he was looking at. Great shot.
Bryn, full stretch with his wrong hand, gets it back and ends up winning the point.
Certainly a moral victory.
See if you can get a chase here. No chase, but he brings up game point. I beg your pardon. It was a chase. That's why I think Bryn was giving him the stare, because he thought it was a stroke.
Yeah, tough to know whether you should take it or not.
I think you'd always take the at 30, or you'd rather the point. Then you'd much rather have a game point.
Yeah, but you think Australian, Nikki, so not everyone thinks Australian.
Receiver leads 40-30, chase 3 and 4.
Oh, great finish from Bryn there. Popping it in the gallery to win the point.
One sense he's practiced that one a little bit.
Yeah, very rarely misses. Oh, that was close to perfect.
Well done, Bryn. Well done, Bryn. Yeah.
Very close to a fault.
Yep, but it wasn't. And
puts it away beautifully in the grill.
So we haven't mentioned our esteemed marker, Chromis Domus Andrew Lyons, fixture here during the British Opens.
It's a disappointing miss for Bryn there. Unforced error. Good enough.
That's what you got to do to beat Camden. You got to get a vertical ledge and. Bryn sportingly apologises. Probably doesn't mean it.
That's game.
Well, his shoulders dropped there for a moment. I mean, he's still ahead in this match.
3 games to 4.
Oh, that's
brilliant.
Massive confidence building here from Bryn.
15 love.
Brings the crowd right into it. Great serve. Oh, well played, Bryn. 30 love.
This is the first pressure that Cam has been under all tournament. And he's still leading.
Crowd groans there. Bryn hits the top of the tape. An inch higher. Would have been a lovely shot. Cam's not liking this high side ball. Bryn seems to have it dialed in now.
Tried to pull the trigger on that one, did Sayers, and slight miss hit. That's a complete digression from what we're talking about, but we don't keep steps very well in this game, but I would love to have the ability to see what the average chase against a player is. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think it would be a short odds favourite. Riviere is the average chase against him has got to be one of those right up near those galleries.
Oh yeah, absolutely agree.
Somewhere between last and second, probably.
It's very hard to get a chase against him on the floor, that's
exactly.
for sure.
40-15. Chase the second gallery.
For all, he's seeing it like a football right now, in the zone, as they say.
What a lovely shot from Bryn.
4 games all.
That is some amazing tennis from both players right there.
Great point, but it's just good to see the world champion under pressure. Just to see what he comes up with to solve these problems.
Oh, Bryn.
Bryn will hate himself on that one.
That was a gift.
Bryn will feel he's owed a couple of those, probably. Perfectly weighted into the forehand corner, which is obviously Camden's backhand side. Yeah, I just don't know about that choice then from Bryn. I don't think the main wall was on there.
I thought he might, with the chase already, just chip a gallery. Especially as he's probably the best, even better than Camden at chipping galleries. I mean, Camden doesn't feel he needs to chip that many galleries that often. Yeah. He's happy to rally.
Happy to take the arrow when his opponent makes one.
Receiver lead, 40 love, chase half a yard.
Camden missing high there. And chase half a yard. Another tight serve.
30-40.
Doesn't give up on games, does Sayers. So tell me, Nicky, what's the plan tomorrow night? Or is it as simple as keep it away from the singles world champion?
I think it has to be, especially with Tim slightly injured. We'll try and pick on Tim if we can.
It's his knee, right? So you're going to aim at his knee?
Serve leads 30-40. Chase 4.
First job is just
don't aim at his knee if he's standing right up at the net. That's all I can say.
Game server, 5 games to 4.
Don't write him off here. He'll compartmentalise that.
Great playing from Bryn.
You know how difficult, Nikki, obviously, that first volley that Riviere hit was completely mishit. And it was completely mishit in that last rally, and Bryn still read the mishit, as it were. Takes a lot of skill.
What a control from Bryn.
Great weight. Yeah.
Really working the world champion here.
Half a yard, 15 all. Oh.
Telling himself to wait, he says.
30-15.
It's just pressure, isn't it? Oh, don't.
Heck of a get from Cam from that frame from Bryn.
I'm going to take credit for that half-yard chase, though, just as we were talking about average chases against.
Receiver leads 30-15, chase half a yard.
All right, 30-15 here, Jed. Half a yard, Camden leading. Thought we lost you for a second there.
You did.
Great serve from Bryn.
He made it a lot closer than it should have been.
30 all, second gallery. On the change. 40-30. Game in the first set.
Camden takes the first set 6-4 in a very close set. Let's hope Bryn can keep up this high standard.
6 games to 4.
Yeah, I think Riviere counts himself lucky, probably.
Second set level.
I'd say more relieved than anything. Bryn was right in that set.
It's a cruel game.
30 up.
Now, you're not really going to leave me, are you, Nikki?
I'm around.
Go on, Bryn.
I don't know if I can do it without you.
Can't have you disappearing again.
And score 15-30.
Another great point there from both players, but Camden comes out on top in that one.
One of the things they talk about in cricket, as you know, is losing wickets in clusters and what that does to a batting team's momentum. And I think that's true of the world champion Riviere. He tends to win games in clusters as well.
Yes.
Really kills what momentum, particularly here, where Sayers will feel like he built in the latter stages of that match, that first set. So.
Takes the door, Juice.
Camden's starting to look for galleries, knowing he needs to be on that server side. It's not something he always needs to do. Another awesome point from both players, Juice. And to get back to what you were saying, you're absolutely right. Cam, when he gets on a roll, he goes through games very quickly. Doesn't like to stop.
And you got 2 or 3 down, and you've just lost a set, and then you feel like you're almost on your way to losing the next set now. I think I know what I'm talking about. I would, of course, lose all the games to Camden. And
quickly, too.
We're going to have some guest co-commentators in here. The Australian Ashes commentary team were recently criticised heavily because of the lack of diversity in the team. So we can't be, because our next 2 co-commentators are both ladies, or maybe women, whichever.
Bryn wins that point then. Am I right in saying they won the British Open rackets yesterday?
Thanks for confirming that for me, Nikki.
I do believe, I hope you have some questions lined up for them. As Bryn has game point here to take the first game of the second set. Great tennis from both players.
Small fist pump there from Riviere. He knows he's under pressure, and points are important to him right now.
Boundary receiver.
First game here, Juice.
First gallery, Juice.
That's a bit jammy there.
Can't do much about that one, reading the edge. As we have advantage, Camden one chase, and we'll get back to bring our guest commentators. So
of course,
I'll hand the mic over to Jessica.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Of course, I was talking about Leah Landerzuelman and Jess Garside. Have I pronounced your name correctly, player Jess?
Oh, yeah.
And Leah, have I?
Oh, good, yeah.
Advantage receiver. Chase the first
So
gallery.
we'll just wait a moment here and I'll ask you a couple of penetrating questions on your... Extreme luck there from Camden Riviere. He's hit the bando and he's gone into the dead on.
Second set.
And he claims the first game after a good number of minutes there.
Chase 2.
Shot from Riviere. Frustration there from Sayers. So Jess has the microphone, so I'll ask her the question after this point. So Jess, tell us where it was, what the score was, who your opponents were.
So
how many balls you hit?
We went to Malvern College. Yeah, so we went to Malvern College yesterday, and we had what, 8 pairs in total. So we played 3 matches. Leah hit most balls. But, you know, I was there supporting her. So.
I wasn't assuming that, Jess. But and who did you destroy in the final, ladies?
Well, I wouldn't say we destroyed them, but Georgie.
It was 3-1, is that right?
3-1.
3 games.
Georgie Willis and Eve Shankman.
Sorry, Georgie Willis and
Eve Shankman.
Eve Shankman. Oh, it's a good pair. You must have done something, Jess.
I hit a few.
Leah, so she must have hit a few for you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. She's being modest there. She served pretty well, and she managed to return, you know, most of the serves. So yeah, no, we did.
She does have a good volley. She does.
Yeah, she does. That's for sure.
Otherwise, she was good at protecting the door.
Game server.
Now, so I understand it was Jess's.
2 games to love, second set.
How many time on court?
6 times. Not bad. Not bad. Do you think you're going to play a bit more rackets now, or?
I'll try.
15 love.
Good answer. Good answer.
Well, she should have been on court more, given that she has one across the road from her place on Hailing Island. Hello to everyone on Hailing Island. But it's great that there are more young women playing in the playing the great game of rackets. But a more important conversion. A more important conversion I think we need to talk about later is we understand you're playing a lot more real tennis.
That's right, yeah. I've decided to take up the challenge on, you know, trying to play real tennis at a competitive level. And yeah, I've been playing properly since this summer, and I've been practicing with Ben Ronson here at Queen's Club. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it.
Game server.
Well, you'll have to improve your coach anyway. Away from Ben Ronaldson, of course, head pro here at Queen's. He's standing up here in the upper gallery, actually.
Oh, shot.
So it's reasonably safe to say that any women listening now play real tennis. What would be your words of advice or encouragement to those that maybe haven't tried rackets, currently play real tennis, haven't played rackets? What would you say to them? Apart from that, they should.
Hazard a yard, 15 all.
I'd definitely say give it a go. Like, it's fun.
That's quite rude there, world champion Riviere. It's fun. Is it nearly as intimidating as they might think it is?
No. I was slightly scared, but I got over it.
Great exchanges here amongst the Sayers and Riviere. Obviously, it's, Riviere winning the majority of them. I'm sure you weren't scared. I'm sure you were in awe of your partner's ability to do everything required to that makes her the lady singles world champion of rackets.
I told her what to do and she did it, so it was great.
You'll have to excuse me, Leo. Are you the doubles world champion as well?
We haven't got a World Doubles Championship yet.
That's a good answer, yes.
Yeah.
But you would be, I suspect.
If I play with Jess, yeah, definitely.
Cheers, Leo.
I suppose that's a good answer as well. You're obviously paying her a lot of money there, Jess.
Receiver leads 40-15.
Now, is there an agreement that Jess goes on court in between this tournament and your defence, presumably next year?
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Please can sit down. $40-15, Hazard a yard. Game receiver, 4 games to love.
4 games to love to Riviere. We were talking before. Before my 2 lovely co-commentators joined us about Riviere's ability to win games in clusters and really put pressure on the opponent. And I saw the trophy in a photo on Twitter. It's quite a large trophy, that one.
No, it's great. That's the only reason I entered. I heard it was a huge trophy.
We couldn't fit in the car, so we couldn't take you back home with us. Which is a real shame, right?
Sensational point won there by Sayers. Leia just said that they couldn't fit the trophy in the car. Yes, it looked.
Second gallery, both chasing.
It looked like it would have been quite expensive to fill up with any type of champagne, let alone the Paul Roger champagne that we obviously love. Tennis and Rackets Association, the IRTPA. They had a cocktail party prior to this final, and we were talked through a number of vintage and non-vintage champagnes. Did you try those, ladies?
We didn't know.
Well, we might have got more out of you now if you tried something.
All chase the second gallery. Oh. Second gallery.
It's clinical. Say is chastising himself for
40-15.
Missed opportunity in that rally, but I think he's been reasonably hard on himself to.
Oh.
Foot speed's so great that
5 games to love. Second set.
I'm sure you heard that. 5-love, world champion.
Oh. Love.
I mean, you've got a feel for Sayers, don't you? He's not playing poorly here. He's just. Touche. So, ladies, I'll congratulate you and thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing. Look forward to hearing news of your defence and Leia's involvement in the Ladies World Championship in a couple of years' time. I think it's going to be a toilet break. Is it a toilet break? It's exciting stuff, isn't it? But again, congratulations. And do you get to hold on to that trophy or no? You were saying you couldn't get it in the car, is that right?
We had to leave it there.
All right. Shame.
But we did get to take 2 bottles of champagne home, so
there we
it's
go.
okay.
Yeah, appropriately celebrate. Okay, thanks. Well, and I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow night at the doubles final, or who is going to be my other co-commentator, Nikki Howell, and Rob Fay, with the number 2 seeds, playing the number 1 seeds and world champions, a familiar face of Camden Riviere, and his partner Tim Chisholm, injured or not injured. But thanks again, ladies, and we'll see you tomorrow. It's good to have you back, Nikki.
Good to be back. Well, that was a phenomenal set there from Camden. I mean, Bryn may have slightly dropped his game, but Camden didn't miss, and I think Bryn was also stuck on the receiver side for too long, and as he talked in the first set, he just rolled through the games. He gets, you know, he gets on a run of good points in a row and starts winning games very quickly, and before you know it, here we are.
Yep.
He's got the second set, 6-love.
It wasn't a toilet break, it was a shirt break there for Sayers. But
chance to regroup. Let's see what he can bring. He's definitely needs to get his serving back tighter and find those galleries. I don't feel he found the galleries as much as he normally would like to do.
2 sets, a lovely lead there. Yeah, to be fair to Sayers, he'll know that that defence there of the dead on from Riviere, he'll know that you're playing someone good when
first mistake in half an hour.
Something like that.
Great coverage from Camden.
You can say that every point.
15-all.
Every point he's been doing it. But
yeah, Sayers will know that, you know, as I was saying, that you know you're playing someone who's truly a great player when you feel like you're playing pretty decently. Let's not forget that Sayers won this title in 2012 and always features in the pointy end of the tournament. And he's not done a lot wrong. Maybe a few overhits, as you were saying, and maybe spent a little bit too much time at receivers end, but
it's just tough. You're under so much pressure. Well, he's very disciplined, so let's see if he can get himself into this third set. Very clever both from Cam into the gallery to win the point.
Chase 4. All. Come on, Bryn, these two.
Well up from Bryn there.
Possibly all he could have hoped for there, just back and wherever it went. So, Nikki, you're a professional professional at 2 sports, but there's one important one which you're not a professional at, which your brother is. Am I correct, Benny?
Yes. Yeah, brother's a professional cricketer.
So tell me what Benny thinks the all-important Ashes starting this week in Australia is the final result he believes it's going to be. Presumably be spoken to him about it.
Actually, I haven't. He's out in Bangladesh right now in the Bangladesh 2020 competition over there. All right, let's see if Bryn can win this first game. Good shot from Bryn, has a chase, so pops into the gallery.
Chase the line.
Same here will do very nicely for him.
It's a decent serve.
That's really cut
he rushed
back.
the response a little bit, but not.
Service advantage. Game server. First
Massively
game, third
disappointing end of that game for Sayers.
Yeah, he had 40-30 with Chase the line to beat, and Cam brought out a beautiful railroad.
He needs
something we've struggled this week to get to work. And
a bit more wear on the balls.
15 love.
We need to see a stand here from Sayers like in that first set. It's truly sickening.
Down.
Truly sickening there.
I don't think Bryn was happy. He felt it was down just by his reaction.
I think Mark Alone's probably got that one right, but Riviere perhaps shouldn't have expected that one to go in the grill. So it sounds like you didn't want to talk about the cricket, Nicky. What are your thoughts there? Tell me your thoughts.
I just haven't actually spoken to my brother about the international cricket, just more about his whitewash Australia, of course.
Chase the line.
But if I'm being honest, I think it could be close.
Close whitewash.
Yeah. Well, something like a 2-1 in Australia's favour.
So had a couple of narrow squeaks in the last couple of games, has Mark Lyons. He had that one well under control. The first one was had a bit more pace on it.
It's very casual when he is in there. Doesn't seem to be phased about the ball rocking into the marker's box. Anyway, can Bryn tie the third set, 1 game on, get himself on the board early before Cam makes another breakaway? Very important to get the games early against Camden.
Game receiver. 2 games to love.
Well, what? In fact, that's 10 games in a row, isn't it? The last 2 of the first set. I mean, it doesn't look at all like 10 games in a row, but that's the unfortunate reality for Sayers and his supporters.
Second gallery worth 2.
Just making it look easy right now, Camden. His tail's up and Bryn's understandably frustrated. And puts pressure on your game. You feel you've got to keep trying to do more, and inevitably, you end up overhitting or unforced errors come in. And that's what's starting to happen into his game because he was so good the first set. It very easily could have been Bryn's set.
Second gallery.
That's just a
wow.
Superb finish.
I mean, Sayers will take heart from his result a number of years ago where he was 2 sets to love and 5 love down in the third, and he ended up winning that match. His opponent won't thank me for saying who it was.
Lost the chase, fell better than 3.
Nothing going
30 love.
right here for Sayers. There's an element of toying going on, I guess. Didn't need to boast that one off the main wall, did Riviere, but had to send his opponent the other direction.
Game server.
Just looking very, very comfortable.
I think I might be tempted to stand over and just protect the grill.
That's the one. 15 love.
Definite signs of frustration there.
Last gallery, 15-all.
Good chase there for Bryn. Finds the gallery. And beautiful main wall volley force.
30-15.
You could do with a few more of those. Just like that, 2 in a row. Should listen to the commentator more there, Jed. Easier said than done.
Quick shout out to Aggers, not the cricket Aggers, although Mark Agate might claim some cricket prowess, but to Aggers and some fellows at the Racket Club of Chicago, apparently watching the stream and listening to your expert commentary, Nikki.
Server leads 40-15, chase the last gallery.
Important moments here for Bryn in this set.
Cam gets it back to Juice.
Serves advantage.
Rare gift from Camden. See if Bryn can make him pay. He's one of his tight high side walls.
Very sportingly called by Riviere that it was out. It was the faintest of touch, very difficult for the marker, but
that's the game for Bryn.
Marker didn't need to judge anything there.
It's good to see Bryn on the board.
Nope. Chase better than 2.
I mean, honestly, what's he got to do here?
Oh, just unbelievable from Cam. I think Bryn had that point won 5 times.
He did.
Found a way to get it back. Unbelievable.
The first real opportunity there for Riviere to hit anything meaningful. He did, and just caught Sayers for speed. That hazard gallery chase was the result. You notice about Riviere is that he gets into those 15-40 down situations, and he just looks at it as an opportunity to convert, not as any kind of
well done, Bryn.
A small moral victory there for Sayers. I'm not sure how much he knew about it, but.
Love. Yeah, Bryn. Out of the line, 30 love. This one, Bryn.
Cam missing a good opportunity to win the point there.
We got a walk and a stare from Sayers just then. That's good news.
40 love up. Well, gets this game. It's only 2-3. And momentum's a big thing in sport, and Bryn knows all about it. He's the comeback kid. As you said, he came back from 5 love down and 2 sets to love down. So he never gives up, which is a great aspect of his game. He's very focused and takes 1 point at a time. Doesn't get too far ahead of himself.
As of the line.
Good finish from Camden there. Still a couple more game points.
They're having a conversation about whether the ball went over the beam, and Bryn called a fault on himself, so Cam should give him 2 perhaps.
Again, Bryn. You can hear the Queen's crowd roaring their pro on. Desperate
trying to get to behind him.
2 games to 3.
2-3 now.
Another gift. Got away with one there, Bryn. It's a lot shorter than he wants, that high sidewall. Another miss from Cam. Don't know if you've noticed, Bryn's high sidewall, he's serving from a different position this set. He's serving on the inside of the middle line, so towards the backhand side. In the first set, he was on the other side of the middle line.
Do you put that down to increased wear on the balls and slightly different sort of properties against the penthouse and whatever?
Actually, I don't know. I'd like to ask him about that one, why he moves. Cam wasn't ready for that serve.
A cordial conversation going on.
Bryn got this brilliant serve in and had the chance to put it away. Frustrating for him that he missed. he's done 2 in a row.
40-30.
I think that was a
That was a sloppy bounce.
that was a warning then. Took a funny leg break.
Chase the door.
Those last couple of points, not good signs for Sayers. A degree of inattention, which he'll get penalised by the world champion if he doesn't get it back together quickly.
Yeah, it's just he got the serves and he wanted. He had the chance to put it away. And I think with Ken, you just feel you've got to hit it that little bit harder, that little bit more, and that can bring out the unforced errors. You know, you're going for very fine margins.
Serve leads 40-30. Chase the door.
But anyway, it could easily be 40-15 right now to Bryn, but now he's 40-30 down. Chase the door.
Lovely shot. Well, he just backed himself there. He got the serve that he wanted and just backed himself in and made more dead on.
Service advantage. Game server. Server leads 4 games to 2. Love. Second gallery, 15 love.
Bryn electing to give a gallery.
Himself. Yeah.
He's hard on himself.
Just for that.
Good gallery find from Bryn there.
Gosh, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it?
30 love.
It's hard enough winning points off him. You don't want that against the world champ. It's the last thing you need. Nice cut volley.
15-30.
Another one.
30 all. Second gallery.
I'll take you away from the tennis again, Nikki. I understand that you're going down home over the next several weeks for the Australian Open, being held in Hobart this year.
Yeah,
well, next year, 2018.
Yeah,
yes.
Next year. I'll be there this year. I'm going to go just after Christmas, so spend a few days with the family. They're all out there, brother and sister. So that would be nice. And I fly to Hobart on New Year's Eve with the tournament starting on 1st of Jan.
You'll have to stay away from the Cascade Pale Ales then.
Chase the second gallery.
Slightly ambitious choice there for the world champion. Yeah. Post underneath the winning gallery.
Great finish from Bryn. Let's see if he can close this out, bring it to 3-4. He's played well in this set.
Second gallery advantage.
Don't know, what's the time difference to Australian Eastern Seaboard? Something like 11 hours or something, isn't it? From London, of course. Yeah. So does that mean anybody be watching? Yeah, possibly. But anyway, if anyone's awake in Australia, Hobart, Melbourne,
Sure, there'll be a few people out.
yeah. Shout out to you guys. Good morning, as it were.
Right, still game point, Bryn, second gallery.
Advantage receiver.
Let's see what he's got.
Second gallery.
He slightly rushed that one, and he's called weight on himself.
Use.
Still in this game. I mean, honestly, Sayers can't hit a better return of serve of that, and it's he's dealing with a high volley defence of the grill. Great to see a positive shot at that point.
It's great deception. It looks like he's doing a cut volley and sends Cam the wrong way. Great deception.
Slightly miss it defence there again.
Great deep shot there from Bryn.
That's our corridor of uncertainty, isn't it, down there? Floor, main wall.
This one.
And cut.
Yeah.
It's like a video game.
Yeah.
It's like a video game. Sensational get from Sayers. Sensational get from Sayers. All to vain. Now, how many grills has he hit in this match? It's a bit scary.
Advantage.
Great shot from Bryn there. Gets another stroke.
I was surprised that he missed that, I think. What do you think there, Nicky? Not the best option, probably.
No, I think the serve was tight. He's just got the top of the tape. He's trying to play a short, fat boast, and
First gallery advantage.
Bryn needing a chase there. Probably hoping for second or last, but can't stay down on that receiver's side too long against Cam. As I said, he's been finding lots of grills, and he might have a 15-shot rally, and he still ends up on top 9 times out of 10. So
Advantage receiver.
right, nice tight serve here from Bryn. Get it back to Juice.
Crowd sense this is an important moment, and they're right.
How's he got that back? That was a crazy get from Camden there.
I think if I was Sayers and Camden had got that one back, I would have left the court right there and then.
Yeah.
Receiver.
See, I like that serve from Sayers. It's not the full giraffe, it's a sort of a, what is that? Giraffe-y sort of sideways thing. Goes back to it.
Great finish.
Juice.
Come on, do the low sidewalk giraffe thing for me, Bryn. Nope.
inches away from the grill, and Cam punishes them so ruthless.
Game receiver.
Cam giving himself a big fist pump.
Big come on, I'm sure you heard it. Yeah, he knows that.
Receiver leads by 5 games to 2. Last gallery.
Great get from Bryn. Superb get. And then Cam pops it in the gallery.
It's just great to watch, really. Sometimes you don't need to say anything about a point, do you? Marker barely required on that serve.
Last gallery, second
Another
gallery.
great pickup off the tandem there from Cam.
What degree of difficulty did you get that? Give that one?
It's a 9.5 out of 10, for sure.
No. Made it look fairly easy, though.
Well, Cam's 1 game away from being the 2017 British Open champion. But Bryn will not go down without a fight.
No, he's refueling there. And to be fair to him, he hasn't. He's fought all the way here. Yeah,
15 love receiver lead.
Says a lot about
Last gallery.
Cam, that he takes no opponent lightly and makes them work for every point, every game.
Last gallery. Go on, Bryn. 30 love chase the second gallery.
Sensation. Great precision there. Hook it round from almost behind his body into the last gallery there. Won the chase. Misread from the world champ. And
I mean, it's 5-2 Camden with 40 love Bryn, but he was so close to Bryn being ahead in this set.
I agree.
It's just a matter of inches in a few of those games.
No, there are very few games where they're a blowout. You're right. Absolutely.
Server leads. 40 love. Chase worse than 4.
Nice game, Bryn. Well played.
One of the few occasions that Riviere's retrieving didn't help him out greatly.
3 games to 5.
Just too short on that serve.
You're right, too short, but also takes the man the other end to hit it.
gallery, 15 love.
Cam playing safe there, making sure he gets a serve.
Second gallery, both chases, 15 love.
How many titles might this be for Riviere if he clinches this game?
British Open titles or just...
British Open titles, yeah.
I'm going to say his third.
I'm possibly with you on that one, I think.
Server leads, 15 love. Chase the second gallery.
He's 2 points away now. Second gallery chase. Riviere spoiling another fun exchange.
That's 2 match points now, 2 championship points.
40-15.
Bryn saves one of them.
Don't speak too soon, Nikki. There it is. Clearly meant a lot to him, but I think it meant a lot to him because he knew that there were large swathes of that match that he wasn't in charge of.
Yeah. Well played, Camden Riviere, 27 British Open champion. Well, thank you, Jed. That's me. I think that's me done.
Well, thank you, Nikki. And Sayers can feel like he's had a good tournament, as he was 7th seed. And the final words of the evening, at least on court, from Andrew Lyons. I'm not sure whether we're going to have a presentation on court. Looks like we might, yes. Good moment for me to probably thank all the people they're going to thank anyway. Now,
ladies and gentlemen, would you all like to come on the court, please? Everybody onto the court.
so when I go and thank the streaming team, Christy Marin has done a great job in cold circumstances up here on the upper gallery at Queen's Club. Also ably assisted by Charlie Bram. Of course, Freddie Adam had a hand in the overall direction of the events around this British Open and including the streaming. So huge thanks to Freddie. I think she can probably sleep for a week after this these last 10 or 11 days. She's got one more night to push through.
5-6 man.
Of course, yes, you should rejoin us on the stream tomorrow evening, same time, starting time. British Open doubles final for 2017. should be a great match. Reasonably new pairing of Howell and Faye have progressed easily enough, and as always, as it seems these days, their opponents are the world doubles champions, Americans, Camden and Tim Chisholm.
Well, there we are. We're all supposed to stand here, aren't we?
Strange people actually listen to the request to come onto court. Usually they don't, but a good number of people out there make it a bit easier for T&RA chairman David Watson standing at the net alongside of his chief executive Chris Davies. So much like my co-commentator Nikki, thank you Nikki and Leah van der Zwalmen and Jess for their insightful comments. I too am going to sign off and look forward to talking at you tomorrow night. Thanks and good night. Bye.
Sneaking it, you know. How you doing? Great to see you.
Are you here to support your American colleagues?
Something like that, I guess. Right?
Good.
Support the game, you know, support the T&RA now. Now that we get someone who knows what they're doing. I mean, it's what I said, to be fair. We were playing at Preston not long ago, for a couple of hours. Really?
think the remark of an incredible champion is someone who makes things look incredibly easy. We did see fourth year, I think, quite a number of times, Bryn forced it out of you. But you were out of position maybe twice in the whole match. And your quality was brilliant. And when you got the easy ball, there was huge pressure on your play. The awesome display, not just today, but in the whole week. Many congratulations to our worthy champion. This has been a very emotional week for me thus far. For those of you who don't know, this for me was to complete my first ever calendar Grand Slam, which means having win all 4 opens in 1 calendar year. So put a bit of extra pressure on me this week to accomplish some big things in the crowd. But I also was thinking this morning, I told Bryn this earlier, but it was 20 years ago this year that I made my first trip to the UK to play real tennis, and I was playing the British Junior Under 12 Championships. And my opponent in the final was none other than Bryn. T&RA for sponsoring the event, Queens for hosting as always. This really is the biggest tournament in the world, excluding the World Championship, which happens to be here in April. Little plug. On sale now.